This is the future.
The real PogChamp in Warframe is player-based, and that is a fact that many of us can't deny. The community has done so much for the game and even for us content creators. Before we begin, I would just like to take this opportunity to thank all those players who kept giving me blessings of affinity booster when I came into a relay to do my usual routine of experimenting stuff in the testing room. Every day I get an affinity booster buff from random guys, and I sincerely thank you for doing that. Also, special thanks to my community for your continuous love and support. So, as I've said, the Warframe community has done so much in keeping this game relevant not just in the gaming industry, but also in other social media platforms that sometimes you get a cosplay or even a crossover art from another game with Warframe on it. Long story short, it keeps the game alive, and there are some concepts from the players that will blow your mind and say, I want that to be in the game. Take for example the Warframe concept arts from various artists. Some are still out there, just waiting for Digital Extremes to see, while others already have been immortalized in the game. There's Nova, which is our molecular genius that turns atom bomb into nuke weapons and also has one of the best crowd control abilities in the game. There's also the Broken Warframe, although the Broken Frames released was kinda bumpy, and Digital Extremes have to made some tweaks to the frame. They are now very powerful, especially in breaking crates. I'm just kidding, as you all know that the Broken Warframe has one of the best debuffing abilities right now in the game. Their gaze ability is like Nyx's psychic bolts that can strip all enemy defenses, only that it works in a large area and can affect multiple targets way better than Nyx's psychic bolts. Like I've said, there are many concept frames that Digital Extremes had obviously seen, yet they ignored it, while others are in the works and at an early stage. They are already mind-blowing concepts that will surely make the player base go wild. There are a couple of concept Warframes that I like in the past, especially the Puppeteer Moira. Sadly, we have no words about it coming into the game, and I have suggested this to Digital Extremes a couple of times. But, I'm still hopeful that someday we would see a Puppeteer Warframe in the game. There's also another concept that I would love to see in the game, and that is a Kubrow-based Warframe. We have a cat-based Warframe now in the form of Kubrow, and I hope to see a Lycan Warframe in the game. I know there are a couple of Lycan or Beast Warframe concepts out there, but I would specifically like to Shapeshifter Warframe concept art from an artist named Yuki Furden. Just by looking at the early concept of this Warframe design, I already can see a perfect Kubrow Shapeshifter Warframe that is suited for the game. Like I've said, I know there is other Beast Warframe concept out there, like the very detailed Furion Beast Warframe concept art, but I kinda dig the style of what this artist did, as the design looks like that Kubrow skin from the Nidus Deluxe Frike bundle. And as you all know, I'm a big Nidus jackass. What about abilities, squad leader? Well, the artist did not have a detailed concept about the abilities, but he threw some ideas like this Warframe can shift into two modes, one beast and then one Warframe. Just imagine Shevagath normal form and the shadow form. If you think of it, then you realize that it's now easier for the developer to create a Shapeshifter Lycan Warframe, since they already got the based ideas and codes from the Wraith Warframe. All they need is to just copy the same concept but with a different skill set and then slap it with some badass animation and art, and you will have a cool looking shape-shifting Warframe in the game. But if I were to suggest some skills, I would say that I would love the combination of the Wraith Warframe and Wukong put into one Warframe. I want that ability to shift into another form, but also add the skill to summon wolves, just like what we have with Wukong's Celestial Twin. But squad leader, the artificial intelligence in this game is bad. I know, but Wukong's twin is not so bad, right? With a few tweaks, and also by giving the player some good command controls for the clones, or this Warframe, his wolves, then I know that it will work out just fine. Also, abilities like Howl that gives out either buff to you and your allies, or debuff to enemies would be great. And what would be a Lycan without some vicious claws that will deal massive slash damage and bleed procs? Attack speed boost would also be nice, and even movement speed boost when in his Lycan form. Now I would like to hear your opinions about this shape-shifting Warframe. Also, I would like to know if you have some suggestions on how the Shapeshifter Warframe should work when Digital Extremes decide to see this concept art. Lastly, be sure to like and share this video if you want the developer to take notice of this Lycan Shapeshifter Warframe. All credits to the concept artist, and you can go check out his social media accounts in the pinned comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you at the next one. Squad leader signing off.
evolution. This is the future.